Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds, middleweight action. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see. Chico's making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight. Hopkins is almost giving you the feeling here that he's completely indifferent to all the pressure. I mean, this is a guy that's been there, done that, and he couldn't care less about the pressures that are in front of him.
Introducing first, in the blue corner, by way of law, Chico. And his opponent across the ring, with a record of 51 victories, 32 by way of knockout, and 5 losses. Hailing out of Philadelphia, the executioner, Hopkins.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round 1 underway. Teddy, I assume many times in your career, you were instructing a fighter that was going to face a fighter who just had the longer reach, flat out had it. What did you tell him? What did you try to cement in his head leading up to that fight?
You know, sometimes you get caught up when you're fighting a fighter with those great, outstanding physical attributes like tallness and height, reach advantage. You start to think that only one way is the way to go. You got to force yourself to work your way in. I remind myself and I remind my fighter that you can step out and make the taller man give up his height. Walk him into traps.
Good work defensively by Chico. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Keep that head moving.
Chico's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Good doubling up of the jab by Chico. Halfway through this round, Chico's able to avoid that punch. Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one. Both fighters told us that they want to have a similar approach early on here. They want to show a lot of varied attacks.
Well, that gives them a better opportunity to be effective throughout the night.
Nice block by Chico.
Let's go. It's okay. Pay him back.
Hopkins is showing that walking stick right now, utilizing the jab. They're not exactly getting to know each other. They're just beating the hell out of each other early on here.
Yeah, Joe, if this keeps up, they're both going to have headaches, and we're going to have one of the great fights to talk about.
Final 10 seconds of round number 1. End of round 1. Hopkins has got to find a way to land more of these punches. It's okay to throw punches, but not if they're just drifting off to space.
Absolutely, and space is it. He's in space. He's too far away. He has to get the right range.
All right, you want this fight? Because listen to me, man. If you want this fight, you gotta stay busy out there, all right? Because you're losing this fight. Why? Because you're not throwing any punches.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself.
Keep working the body.
Fires right back at him. That's good work by Bernard Hopkins. The combination punching is something that he stressed to us in the pre-fight buildup. Chico's blocking ability is doing well for him there. Hits him in the mug with the right. Right hand downstairs. Hopkins is well off the mark that time. Good block. And he just holds on there. Able to land the jab. Halfway through round number 2.
Stay focused on the inside.
Hopkins' inability to hit the target is really making him look silly right now. He's throwing plenty of punches, just none of them are landing.
No, he's throwing them too wide, too far away. And what's going to be worse, right now he's only getting frustrated, maybe embarrassed, as you touched on. But what's going to be worse is when he starts getting countered in between them.
Nice block by Chico. Chico's keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counterpunch.
Looked like the will of the wisp, the old great Willie Peck. Made him miss, made him pay.
Hopkins' right hand working well that time. He scored well. You can almost see it just by the way a fighter sits down on their stool at the end of a round. As we come to the end of this round, you can tell that he's full of confidence and he can't wait to get right back out there and continue doing what he was doing.
Well, you're right. The first thing that I noticed is his back's not leaning against the corner pad. You know, that's a defeated fighter. That's a fighter. He don't want to go back. Something bad happened to him. You know, he's leaning back like that. You have to pick him up from the stool. He's got all his weight forward. He can't wait to get going. You know that he's positive. You know that he had a good round.
You need to move your head more, side to side, okay?
And round number 3 is underway. Chico's proving to be elusive. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Each man able to land an uppercut. Overhand right after blocking that away. defensive skill with the block by Chico. Hopkins is showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Chico's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Halfway through this round here. Hopkins is giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Chico's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Hopkins is left, working well that time. He engages in the clinch. Well, he goes to the gut with a right hand. Right to the body. Puts forth the hook, scores with it. Parries that punch away.
Oh, keep your feet moving.
He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. Able to dismiss it. Took a shot, now he gives a left. And that does it for this round.
Bring your punches. 3 or 4 punches at a time, okay? Understand? Close with the jab. 2 more punches. You're doing fine.
You got to land a big punch now. No doubt about it. You are losing this fight. You need to throw and land a big shot.
Chico's enjoying a lead on Teddy's scorecard the first time we look at the scores ringside here tonight. Although early on here, it's not as if either man is in complete control of this fight. Hopkins is using a lot of energy just by throwing so many punches, but he's not getting much out of all this effort at all.
No, he's working much too hard. That's a good point there. He's working really too hard for what he's getting done. He has to now start to educate himself, start to, you know, place those punches in the right spots.
You got this one.
Well-placed right hands from both men.
Double jab, double jab. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Chico's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Double jab by Chico.
Don't let him get to you.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Hopkins is hoping to recover right here. The way to do it, he feels, to tie up.
Yeah, it's not about machoism right now. It's about getting past this point, surviving, and then having a chance later on to get back to win the fight.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Chico's just creating a little bit of real estate for himself. can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. He is damaged badly there. And yet another big shot comes in. A good knifing punch. That back power hand just scored the knockdown. Hopkins is still in a tough spot here. Don't get fooled just thinking he beat the count and everything's fine.
And I'm not so sure that he can grab. So what you got to do now, if you're a trainer, the way you taught him in the gym is you don't want to go grab because you might leave yourself open. Move your head when he comes to you, then you grab him.
10 seconds to go in the fourth. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. So he scores a knockdown in the last round. Now he gets to settle down and gather himself a bit. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here, having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
It's kind of like being at the carnival. You know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something either bigger, but you might lose the one you have already. That's the question.
I want you to take this shot. What do you throw the shot?
Hopkins has got a good relationship with his corner, but now it needs to pay off. He was down in that last round. They need to get to work. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Chico's got a good... Look at that! And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bernard Hopkins likes to control things. Right now, this fight may be out of his control as he rises up to beat the count.
Keep moving. Keep your head moving. You're doing great. Let's go.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Chico's deep. That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Well, I don't like the big shot. That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox, his sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hopkins is going to keep taking this test, rising up after being knocked down.
Hold him.
Solid. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
This looks like it could be just a matter of time now. Maybe a punch or two away from going down. Teddy, what's he got to do?
Well, he's got to grab. He's got to find a way to stop the offense. And to clutch and grab, usually that's one way.
Chico's been able to avoid having any of his opponent's headshots landing flush.
And what his opponent has to do, Joe, is make an adjustment. Well, we used to tell the fighters, when a guy's elusive, like this fighter is right now, you have to shorten your punches up. Shorten them up a little bit, have less space to travel. They have a better chance of getting to that elusive target.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Wow! That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox, his sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's over. This fight is over. Chico's corner is already celebrating. His opponent unable to beat the count.
By way of knockouts, your winner, Chico.
Now that's how you end a fight right there. Yes, he was controlling throughout, but he made a good, clean finish with the knockout.
Yeah, as a trainer, you want to know, can a guy punch? Can a guy defend? You know, can a guy control distance? But you want to know, can a guy finish? He got the answer. Yes, he can finish.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Always enjoy you tuning in. We'll see you next time at the fights.